We all want to write a bunch of viral tweets, right? Like I got one here. But to be honest, what's the reality behind it, and does it really generate thousands of dollars to your business? In this video, I want to show you 3 things. Number 1, why this tweet does so much better than my average tweet. Number 2, what actually happened to my business. And number 3, what didn't happen. So before we dive into all these details, I have to tell you the backstory. So one day, I got a message from someone from ClickUp, a project management platform, and they were looking for content creators to collaborate in a way, do a sponsor post to showcase their platform. And when I read that first few lines, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that. Like, I don't like to hard sell. I don't like to, shove products into my audience face. But then when I read it, I realized they don't need me to hard sell at all. They just need me to share a piece of content, which I do all the time, but do it through the ClickUp platform as a document place. And I was like, this is quite interesting. It's quite natural, it's quite authentic, and it's not like pushing the brand to people's face. So I agreed to it. So then I moved on to writing the document, and I started to explore ClickUp. And I found out that it's pretty easy to use. Like, I really like that it's like a document editor. It's not like those fancy type, and it really is for writing. So I write it here, I put in my graphics, I can easily add links. But the favorite part up here is probably the styling. Like, it's so easy to change to different styles. And as a writer, I write a lot, and the word count is important to me, so I can easily see the word count. And then I can also easily copy the public link and share it with everyone. So I found this to be quite easy to use. And then I took some time to finish my article and plan for my tweet. And you know what? The rest is history. Like you see here, the tweet exploded. And I got 92,000 impressions. I got 400 plus replies and 600 plus likes, and that was mind-blowing to me. And now let me tell you how all this happened. So let's look at the tweet together here. Number 1 is the big journey. When you write a tweet and when you try to summarize it as a transformation of many months of hard work, like here I said after 18 months, and then it lands in May 2022, people instantly think that, oh my god, Kavan, like this is going to be a really epic retrospective because it's gonna be a summary of 18 months of work, not just a week of work. And they're drawn to this because they want to find out what actually happened to you. Number 2, the dollar sign. On the internet, whenever you put in a number or a dollar sign, it gets attention. And here I put 5,000 month in May 2022. And for a lot of people, it is not saying you make $100,000 in 6 months, that kind of crazy number. It is hard to believe sometimes when people say that, but I'm just saying I reach a 5,000 month, and it's not even like saying 5,000 every month. It's just 5,000 a month. And when people read that, they're like, this is pretty reachable. I'm at 100, I'm at 500, and I really want to know how to get to 5,000 month, which is my next milestone. And number 3 is the 8 technique playbook. So when you position it like that, people know that this is just not the article that is rambling or making circles, but Kavan actually take the time to summarize the 8 technique so that I can just grab it and use it. And because it's a playbook, it should be a bit more structured and organized, so they have more confidence what Kavan can deliver. And when I look back at these numbers of engagement, I think this is why this tweet does so much better than all my other tweets. And now let's talk about the outcome to my business from this viral tweet. So first of all, a lot of people would imagine a viral tweet can bring you thousands of dollars overnight. Well, it can happen, but it wasn't actually my plan. So what I was aiming for here is I want to build up my brand, I want to build up the credibility, and I want to expose myself to more people. So actually, I have been quite transparent about my journey for a long time. If you look at my personal website, I have been sharing income statements in 2021. For my annual retrospective in 2021, I was like pretty open about all the numbers and struggles and lessons learned. And if you go to my public lab website, you can also find my huge summary of learning and mistakes on online courses that really document my 12 months journey. So I was already a big fan of like sharing transparent retrospective. So that was my brand and people know it. So when people see this on Twitter, they're like, oh, this is another piece of really useful content from Kavan. And guess what? A lot of people would reply and that kicks off a viral engine on Twitter. And obviously you can see that this would work really well if I actually ask people to put in their email before I send them the article, but because my intention was mass rich, so I actually didn't care about that. And you can see that I actually added no email needed so I can reach the most people. So now you might be wondering, so Kavan, what did you actually gain from this viral tweet? Well, first of all, Twitter followers. Usually you can see here I get about 800 followers every month. But this month of June, I actually got 1,000. And you can also see that the profile visits, the mentions, everything was a lot higher than a usual month. So it is a really great brand building exercise. And even though I didn't ask for email, people just come in and check out my work. So I got 30 more email subscribers than my usual day. Now let's talk about what didn't happen. As I mentioned before, you might think that I make a lot of sales, but that wasn't really the plan. But instead, you can see that I gain a lot more followers, awareness, and I believe that can help me in the long term. So clearly, this is a really good technique to ask people to reply to get something because it kicks off that snowball effect. But you don't really want to do it every week. Maybe for me, once a month is a good frequency to not annoy people but still get that outcome. And by the way, if you're curious whether I manually send those 400 people private message to share the link, well, I didn't. I use a Twitter tool that actually automate that for me. So I actually just sit back and watch all the things going on. And I'll put the link here or below so that you can check out that Twitter tool and start to explore. Maybe you can do this on your own Twitter account. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you later. Bye bye.